I really wanted to lay a foundation for how the rest of my life was really like what direction it was going to go.
I felt like God was calling me to do something that would stretch me.
I came to Capernwray Bible School because of the opportunities to live in a community with fellow Christians.
Being here in the Word 5 days a week and learning that, as well as being surrounded by people here, is just a great experience.
The main reason I came to Capernwray was really, I felt there's a lack of purpose in my life. Before I came, I was working as a doctor at the hospital, but I could see myself going down a career path and without any purpose. So I felt God was prompting, and I thought to come here just to really get a sense of His purpose for my life.
And I just wanted to learn about God, to be honest.
I wanted direction in life. I was coasting along, not really knowing what I was going to do, and I decided I needed to really focus on what I believed in.
I meet lots and lots of people, young and old, who, if I'm really honest, it seems like they've lost their joy in their life. Seems like they've lost direction. They're not quite sure why they're here. They're not sure God's will for their life. Often, if they're open and candid, they've got lots of problems and doubts and questions and issues. And as I go around churches and see the way that we try and answer people's questions, my longing is that we'd be bringing back the harmony and the joy and the delight into people's lives.
The sheep. I love the sheep. I think the best thing about Capernwray is the environment, and you're really given the ability to change and the opportunity to change into who you're supposed to be.
I think the best thing about Capernwray is the application of what we're learning, specifically outreach and just being able to pray with each other and work on the things that they're being taught in lectures.
Love the snow.
I love how everyone here just loves Jesus and is so excited to go after Him and to see what His will is for their lives. And I love it that we can all do it together. I love learning with each other and sharing with each other.
The best thing so far has been the lectures. We have Rob Whitaker that does lots of lectures, and he is just amazing at presenting truth and challenging us to look at what we've learned and believed, and helping us to just grow in incredible ways.
The sheep! The sheep!
Now, as I travel around, if I'm honest, I find two kinds of Bible teaching. There is that where somebody stands up and they open the Bible, they read a passage, and then they spend the next 60 minutes explaining to you why it's a semicolon and not a full stop in Malachi 3 verse 2. And you are losing the will to live about 30 seconds into this, because you're thinking to yourself, how on earth is this relevant to the stuff I'm struggling with? And then right at the other end of the spectrum, I find people stand up, read part of a verse of the Bible, and almost use that as a springboard into some self-help, very, very practical teaching, but not really related to the Scriptures. And I think in Capernwray Bible School, we're trying to bring the best of those two approaches, but get rid of the worst of those two approaches. The whole of the Bible School is focused on God's Word, but it's focused on God's Word with an aim not to becoming clever devils who can tick lots of boxes, but people who through the Word are introduced to Jesus and find Him as a friend and someone who can really walk with us through life.
I go to a youth group, and it's actually been really incredible to get to know people from the community and just be challenged to share our faith in real ways and to act out love to people. And yeah, it's been really challenging, but really good.
One of the fantastic things about Capernwray, although we're living in these beautiful surroundings, I mean this lovely old building, 170 acres of land, that could become a Christian bubble. And so we work hard for that not to happen. And every week, students are on outreach teams, going out into the community, helping with the homeless, involved in lots of things in churches in the area. and then for 10 days every February, teams go out all over the UK. Actually, some go to Africa to be involved in caring for people in God's world. We have students from all over the world. I mean, quite often we would have 19, 20 different nationalities. And I think it's brilliant for British Christians to meet people from the wider Christian world who may be from a different denomination, maybe a different experience of God, maybe different experience of life. That is very, very enriching, because I find that God often ambushes us and talks to us when we're meeting people from a different culture to our own.
I've had friends that have been here and recommended that they've had a really, really great year here and grown a lot, and time where you can focus on God. It's quiet, you're getting a lot of lectures and a lot of good Bible teaching, and time to really absorb and let God make you the person He wants you to be.
I would definitely recommend Capernwray to anyone interested in learning about how to practically apply the Bible to your life and to make ministry a personal, important part of daily living. That's definitely the primary focus, I think, of Torchbearers, at least here, is to make that 100% Christian lifestyle daily, living out the life of Christ.
Our desire is that people will leave here having met God in a new way and then going out to share that with other people.